Welcome to BMK 305 Marketing Communication. Today is lesson 8, and we will cover the last marketing tool, which is online or alternative marketing, and then after that we'll followed by the evaluation of how do you evaluate the integrated marketing programs. Okay, let's start with online marketing. In today's world, everything is online, whereby you can see that 47% Americans, Canadians, Britain all access the internet daily. Okay, so therefore, communication via online method would be through email, online chat, instant messaging, which is the most common, and another one which is a voice over internet protocol, which is actually your Skype, or in the handphone you can have this thing called Tango. Okay, or you can have a Viber in the handphone channel. Okay. Then in online marketing, the first area we'll cover is e-commerce. E-commerce, you have companies like Amazon.com or eBay.com. They basically practically sell all their goods online. Okay, so in the e-commerce component, you'll find probably they will have a catalog, they have a shopping cart, they have payment procedure, they have customer service, FAQ, or in any you can email the seller concerning you want more information concerning the product. Okay. Then in terms of e-commerce, the incentive are you have financial incentive, convenience incentive, and value incentive. So what is financial incentive? Financial incentive is basically, is a you always attract the first time purchaser. We have effective incentive, for example, in terms of reduced price, free shipping, or you have a coupon that can help you to rebate the price. Okay. Then we also have things like, for example, this incentive will also be changed periodically. Okay. So basically you have to just look up. Sometimes they send you coupons, and they send you rebates amount or discounts through the email. Okay, second one, we have this thing called convenience incentive. Convenience incentive is because the internet is available 24/7. Easy to obtain information. This information are all available on the internet, and basically the company has just to update and just to change and update their website. And it's very easy to locate the merchandise. Okay. Then we have another one, which is value added convenience. The value added convenience is basically we have things like, for example, personalized shopping, whereby certain products, certain merchandise are available only online, and therefore you have to get the information online. If you have a lot of information or samples, like for example they show you, so sometimes, like for example, company wants to sell handphone and they do not know how the handphone works, so instead of giving you a user manual, they actually put they YouTube a video and teach you how to use a phone. So that is a value added incentive. Okay, so what are the concerns about e-commerce? Some of the concerns include, like for example, seller will take opportunity. You may have security issue. You're scared that either your credit card account has been hacked. Then we have privacy issues, whereby people will leak out information on email, and then they'll send you a lot of spams. Okay. In business to business e-commerce, you have in e-commerce is actually critical, and we have websites that hits directly or related to sales, sales promotion and advertising. And also this kind of B2B website also covers financial convenience and value added incentive. Okay, so in the internet, when we talk about internet nowadays, people talk about internet branding and internet brand loyalty, customer support, customer service, and we have language issues in the internet, whereby you can see a lot of website with a lot of languages to cater to the crowd. Okay, alternative media program, basically we have like buzz marketing, guerrilla marketing, product placement, or lifestyle marketing. So let's start with buzz marketing. Buzz marketing is basically word of mouth marketing. You just have to spread the word around. If you go to a restaurant and you like restaurant, then you just tell your friend, and your friend will tell your friend, and your friend will tell other friends. So basically this kind of buzz marketing has a very fast growth, and it's currently now at 1 billion annually. Okay, so what are the stages of buzz marketing? There are 3 stages. First, you have inoculation, people where you start. Then have incubation, whereby it's within a small circle, and then you have infection, whereby the circle will spread to a bigger circle and a bigger circle of friends. Okay. Next one we have is this thing called guerrilla marketing. Guerrilla marketing is basically developed by a guy called J. Conrad Levinson, and basically it's an instant result with a unique low cost approaches. It focus on a particular area or focus on a particular thing. Like for example, like you can see in the picture that this KitKat, they are way out to go and attract customers. So what they did is that they paint the bench with a color brown, and it looks like a piece of chocolate, and then from there half of it is painted with a wrapper of KitKat, so they know that this is a KitKat marketing. Okay, so this is companies going all the way out to target their customers. Okay, next one, product placement. So product placement is basically is to help um, advertisers believe that you have belief in increasing brand awareness and positive attitude toward the brand. For example, like you watch American Idol, you can see the judges, everybody adores Simon Cowell, Paula Abdul, or even Randy Jackson. But then if you look carefully when they are sitting at the judges table, you can see a glass of Coca-Cola. So basically, American Idol is also promoting Coca-Cola because of the drink. So that is called placing a product in a show or advertisement itself. Okay, next one, branded entertainment. Okay, branded entertainment is basically interwoven in the storyline. Like for example, if this advertisement you can see like for example James Bond. So James Bond drives a BMW or drives a Ferrari. So basically they are also advertising the Ferrari into the show as well. Okay. Then product placement and branded entertainment. So basically this works because there's no cost, there's no additional call to action. You just place the product there, and the goal is basically to increase the brand awareness and brand liking. And placement works best when it actually fit into the whole scenario or the whole situation. Okay. Then we have this thing called video game advertising. Okay, video game advertising is basically in the game itself. That means when you're playing a game, when you're playing a video game, the company actually subtly have included a particular brand or a logo, that represents a product or represents a company, and something like advertisement inside the video game itself. Okay, so you can have interact, or you can have like those interactive ads that when it's part of the game itself, something like that. Okay, or it can be a sponsored download within the game. Okay, so the benefits of video game advertising is basically there's a growth in the online game market, and basically the ad. However, the disadvantage is that the ad will soon become static. When people don't play the game, nobody looks at the ad anymore. So therefore, it's of no value and no use. Okay, then there are also alternative venues for you to do advertising. For example, like if you look around, you can see they paint the bus. Or the last one, Air Asia, they painted the whole Air Asia plane to look like Manchester, representing Manchester United football team. Or we can, like for example, escalator, you have one that looks like a Bart Simpson advertisement. Okay, or they have a newspaper vendor, and basically they go and paint the whole vendor kiosk. Okay, so these are alternative media venues that is in use. Okay, so having taught you about all the different multimedia or media tools that we use to communicate to the customers, now is a issue of evaluation. So basically, when we evaluate this marketing communication, we evaluate according to the message, whereby we look at the physical design, we look at the connective element, basically means the thinking element in the design, and we look at the affective element, that means the feel of the advertisement. Okay, then basically we can evaluate based on the respondent in terms of the creative elements. Then you can measure with numbers and also customer action. So basically, when we evaluate the IMC, the integrated marketing communication, we evaluate based on whether it matches the objective, the pre and the post test of it, the level of analysis in terms of the short-term return or the long-term return, or basically according to the product itself or the operational or the corporate level. Okay, and also the affective, cognitive, and connotative elements. So when we talk about how do you evaluate the message, so basically there are a few techniques, which is concept testing, copy testing, recall test, attitude and opinion test, emotional reaction test, physiological test, persuasion test. Basically, the whole idea of evaluation is that at the end of the day, if a customer is being bombarded with advertisement, okay, at the end of the day, the customer should remember, or the potential customer should remember something about advertisement that the person is able to recall. So as and when that you need something, they say, oh yeah, I recall there's this advertisement that let's say for example you want to buy furniture and you recall, oh there's this advertisement, yeah, from IKEA, yeah, that's the furniture I'm looking for. So that's the whole idea of advertisement, to be able to do the recall, be able for people to remember the advertisement, because it's no point having advertisement at the end of the day nobody remembers what is it all about. Okay, so then in terms of your measuring, your behavioral measure, how do you measure whether it's the success of advertisement? We're looking at the sales rate, the response rate, the redemption rate, or the test market results, okay, or the purchase simulation test results. From there, you know how successful is your consumers towards the communication of the product. Okay, So your sales and response rate uses, like for example, you can use scanner, you can ask retailers, manufacturers, okay. This they will help you to be able to measure your sales and response rate. Okay. Then in basically the difficulties in evaluating evaluation would be, for example, the influence on other factors on the behavior. Sometimes it's a delayed impact of the advertisement. Sometimes consumer change their mind the moment they walk into the store. Sometimes the goal of the ad may not be to build brand equity and basically not increase sales. Okay. So the last area we cover is this thing called test market. Okay. Basically, test market is used in order for a company, before a company actually launch a product, they will actually conduct a test market. If the test market is failed or is not successful, then the company will not spend millions of dollars to launch a product. To launch a product is not cheap. Because when you talk about launching, you're launching a worldwide. Probably they have a launch fair, and then probably have television advertisement, and then they have to do across like Malaysia. They have to go across the board to all states and things like that. So this kind of launching, it takes millions of dollars. So in order for a company to spend that millions of dollars, they have to ensure that basically the test market, the customers are actually responding positively to the test market, and therefore it allows for them to launch. If let's say the test market is unsuccessful, or basically it failed, then there's no point launching the product at the end of the day. Okay, so that's all for lesson 8, and I hope you enjoy your marketing communication class, and I see you again. Thank you. Bye bye.